Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we'll make a start very, very soon. I'm just going to mute everyone. So if you can hear me and see me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Again, welcome everyone to the call. And please, if you're in the group, we have a lot of members of the Academy here, of the mentorship program here on the call. If you're in the Academy, please invite everyone in the group to the call. So my name is Dr. Jav. Welcome to the call. And again, if you have any questions during this cryptocurrency basics training, please drop me a message via the chat box and I will try to answer those questions throughout this call. So again, welcome. And today, obviously, it's Bank Holiday Monday. So again, I welcome you to be here on this beautiful day. It's sunny outside, 22 degrees here where I am at the moment. The sun is shining and yet you are on this call. So welcome to the call. And today we're going to cover some cryptocurrency basics. So yesterday I was in London. We were training the team in London yesterday. So if I met you yesterday, it was awesome. Great to see you all. It's always great to see the students and to see how well you are doing. And also I'd like to welcome the newest people to the Academy. Just a few names: Irfan, Aylin, Rashan, Kimani, Kumar Leo, and also Kaiten. Welcome to the Academy. So again, like I said earlier, if you are a member of the Academy already, Rashan, welcome as well, another recent member. If you're a recent member to the Academy, welcome to the Academy, and you've definitely made the right choice. And we are here to show you not just how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world, but also to derive an income, and a very, very good income from the cryptocurrency space. So I've been doing these calls for quite some time now, and I've been within the cryptocurrency space for well over 5-6 years now. And at the moment, what we are seeing, just bear with me, just turn my other computer on, what we are seeing at the moment is the largest wealth movement in history. So, you know, coupled with the Academy and what's been happening coupled with the pandemic, what's been happening outside in the external environment, a lot of that to some degrees is also related to what's happening in the cryptocurrency space. So I'm just going to share my screen here for a second. Okay, if you can see my screen, again, please drop me a 333 in the chat box. So what we are seeing now, thank you, Olher. Welcome to the call, Olher from Italy. Again, Rashan, welcome from London. So at the moment, if you look at this is CoinGecko, and this is basically a list of 7,600 plus coins currently in the market. And when I did this call, was it just a few days ago, most of these were red. So when I did the call before, most of these were red. In the last hour, you can see that we've had a lot of red movement. So a lot of the currencies have gone down. But in the last 24 hours and last 7 days, we are seeing potentially the beginning of a bull run. I mean, look at Polygon, look at Matic here. It's gone up by 65% in the last 7 days. So had you put some money in to Polygon just 7 days ago, you'd be looking at a 65% growth in your investment. What does that mean? Just to give you an example, if you put $1,000 into Polygon just 7 days ago, you'd be looking at least $1,500 in total. So $500-600 you would have received in profit. So that's gone up by 65% in the last 7 days. And then other coins like EOS, 42%, again, huge growth. Chainlink's gone up as well, 43%, Uniswap, 54%. So a lot of the coins have actually gone up in value in the last 7 days. And if you've been following my teachings, our teachings in the last few weeks, months, you would already have been invested in some of these coins. We look at VeChain. VeChain's gone up by 32%. Solana, these are all coins that I've been talking about going back quite a few weeks now, a few months. And I know many of you on this call do have these coins. If you don't, I would still look at these coins, and you know, obviously the final decision is yours, and definitely I'd look at them and decide whether to buy them or not, because at the moment, in the next few days, we are going to see the biggest bull run we've ever seen in the history of cryptocurrency. I'll say that again. In the next few days, next few weeks, we are going to see the largest bull run in cryptocurrencies we've ever seen in the last decade. The largest wealth transfer is currently happening. And this has all been going on now for over a year, with the pandemic going on outside. You know, billionaires, institutions, banks, large companies worldwide have been pumping money into cryptocurrency. And what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, in fact, I'll say last 3 or 4 weeks now, with the price of Bitcoin coming down and a lot of altcoins following suit, what we've seen is that although the prices have come down, a lot of retail traders have jumped out of the market. So 76% of traders lose money. You can write that down, 76.6, whatever it is, percent of traders will lose money. Luckily, and I'm happy and so happy and grateful that we actually form the 24% that are making money in this space, whether that's cryptocurrency, whether that's foreign exchange, commodities, indices. We are in a very, very lucrative and lucky position, I'd call it, that we are currently making money within this space. We form the 24%. So 76%, I'll say it again, of traders in the last few days have jumped out of the market. And if you look at Bitcoin, so this is what's been happening in Bitcoin for the last few days. The current price of Bitcoin, as you can see, is around $37,000. So we are here at the moment. And again, just look at this. On the 12th of April, we hit an all-time high for Bitcoin. On the 12th of April, we hit a price of $65,000 for Bitcoin. And then you can see the current price is around $37,000, and the low point occurred on the 10th of May for around $30,000. So it's come down from 65 all the way down to $30,000. That's a drop of what, $35,000. That's higher than 50%. That's a huge drop. So the price of Bitcoin has jumped down by such a big drop in the last few days that is, in effect, it's quite difficult to believe that that has actually happened. So I'm just going to map out what's happened. Just bear with me a second, my computer's playing up. But yeah, that is more than 50%. What, a lot more than 50% that Bitcoin has come down by. And what you find is that retail traders have jumped out of the market. And if you've been following me and our teachings, you will know that we've been telling you not to pull out of the market. We've been telling you not to pull out of the market. And the reason for that is that we are the 24% and we will stay in here, because in the next few days, next few weeks, next few months, Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency in the marketplace, will hit 7 figures. It will go beyond $100,000. I have good certainty that it's going to do that, and it could go well beyond $200,000, if not hit $250,000 within the next few months. Bitcoin Christmas, which is the video, the training I did, was it last week? The good news is that we are still in the Bitcoin Christmas period, or even the cryptocurrency Christmas period. And by that, I mean, it is still a very, very good time to buy. But right, just bear this in mind. You've probably just got a couple of days left, or at most a week or 2 weeks left to buy into the market. So if you have not currently bought into the market, definitely I would look into buying cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is definitely one of the most important cryptocurrencies to have in your portfolio. And institutions, tech billionaires, central banks, even governments around the world have been buying aggressively in the last few days. So the dump occurred from the 12th of April, when the price was $65,000, to what it is at the moment as at $37,000. Although that dump has occurred, much of that dump occurred from retail traders, people that don't really know what's happening in the market. They actually pulled out of the market. And as a result of that, obviously there's fundamentals as well. There's what's been happening in the news. I'll cover that in a bit. But as a result of all that, the collective performance of Bitcoin has meant that the price of Bitcoin has come down by a lot. And when the price comes down, when you see red candles, what do you do? What do you do when you see red candles? When you see red candles, your job is to get into the market. So at the moment, it's a very, very good time still to buy Bitcoin. And trust me, the price is going to go up, and it's going to go up aggressively. Now, if I show you this chart here, so many of you may have seen this before. you can actually see by looking at this valuation versus time chart for Bitcoin, this can be applied to Bitcoin. You can see where we are. So at the moment, the price has come down. So we could either be in a bear trap, so you can see the price has come down, or we could be in a bull trap. If we are in a bear trap, the price will progressively continue to go up. Over several weeks, if not months, the price will continue to go up until it hits its next all-time high. And the next all-time high will be well over six figures, well over $100,000, maybe even $200,000. So you're going to see a progressive increase in price, and then the price will shoot up very, very quickly. If we are in a bull trap, the price will go back up again. If we were in a bull trap, this would be the $65,000 that I showed you earlier. So this point here. So just, yeah, so this point here. So that's the $65,000, and it's come down here to what it is at the moment, $36,000, $37,000. And if we are in a bull trap, the price will go back up again, maybe to $45,000, $50,000, and then the price will come down like a rocket coming down from the sky. So it'll come down not majestically, but very, very quickly the price will come down. So my question is, are we in a bear trap expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit the six figures, or are we in a bull trap where the price will go up a little bit and then come down by a lot? And the answer to that is actually in this graph here. So as you can see here, and I've mapped it out, the previous all-time high for Bitcoin was actually achieved in 2017. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. So this $19,000, $20,000 was the previous major all-time high for Bitcoin. And in December 2017, the price of Bitcoin, you can see it on the chart, the price of Bitcoin was around $20,000. So if I go back to here, so that was the $20,000. Since then, or after December 2017, the price came all the way down to $3,000. So the price came all the way down to $3,000, and that was the low point. So the price came down quickly, and it came down to $3,000. So what happens when the price comes down is that retail traders, I mean, although we, myself and the academy students, we are retail traders, but we are actually professional traders because we understand what's happening in the market, and we do what the institutions are doing, what the banks are doing, what the governments are doing. So here, you would have found that a lot of retail traders would have come out of the market and stayed out of the market. They would then have distrust with the platform. They would say, Bitcoin doesn't work, it's a scam, it's a con, I want nothing to do with it. And that is what is expected to happen, because that's just the way the market plays. Following that, you can see what's happened. Again, I'm just going to map out this chart. So since that low point of $3,000 or so, it's gone up to $65,000. From $65,000, we have had our first sell-off. So the first sell-off has occurred from $65,000. That's the first sell-off. And what we are expecting now, when the price has come down to $30,000, what we are expecting now following that is we are expecting the price to move up slowly. So the price of Bitcoin's going to move up, potentially following this pattern here. So it'll go up to $40,000, $45,000, $50,000, and then the major move is going to occur. And this enthusiasm, greed, delusion, this is what we are moving towards. We are moving towards this. And at the moment, we have a lot of media attention, a lot of media attention. So if you go online, go onto Google and search Google for Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, there's a lot of people talking about it. And all of this is pre-planned. All of this is pre-planned. We are in a V-shape recovery at the moment. So that's a V here as well. V-shaped recovery, and the market is spending a lot of time at the moment, I'd say around here. It's been here for, excuse me, a fair few days, a few weeks as well. But what's going to happen, just bear this in mind, the market will start to move, and it could move very, very quickly. It could happen tomorrow, the day after. Within the next few days, you're going to see massive momentum in the crypto space. The sell-off that we saw was due to liquidations from leveraged traders and also primarily retail traders. So the market is waiting for that movement, and trust me, it's going to come quickly and it's going to come unexpectedly. We are here, and very, very quickly, before you know it, this is the $65,000. Before you know it, we'll be back to $65,000, $70, $80, $90, $100,000 and beyond. So again, like I said earlier, if you have not currently invested in the largest cryptocurrency in the market, the first cryptocurrency in the market, my recommendation is to definitely start looking at it. I'm not giving you any financial advice. This is just a recommendation based on my own analysis. So please look at it and decide whether it's the right thing for you. Once Bitcoin starts moving, you will see the other altcoins skyrocket as well. So Bitcoin generally won't move by itself. I saw this in 2017 as well, when the price was, again, you can see prior to its all-time high of $20,000, again, in June, the price was $2,000. It came back, sorry, $3,000. It came down to around $2,000. And that's when we saw the huge increase in price. Again, what we're seeing at the moment is something very, very similar to what happened in 2017, following the Bitcoin halving just a few months prior to that. So if this was a $65,000, the all-time high that we saw just a few weeks ago, this is where we are at the moment, okay? $65,000 to around $36,000. This is where we are, and this is what's going to happen. So this is what's going to happen. From $2,000, the price went up to $20,000. That is times 10. If you were to apply the same times 10 principle as well to what has happened recently, assuming that the price doesn't come down further, so the all-time low, well, the recent all-time low was $30,000. You times that by 10, you're looking at around $300,000 for Bitcoin. But let's be very, very conservative. Let's say, you know, anywhere from, say, $100,000 upwards to about $200,000, $250,000. And that's what we are expecting very, very soon. I've mapped it out here. Excuse me. And again, if you're not invested in Bitcoin at the moment, my recommendation is to definitely look at Bitcoin and get in there before it's too late. You need to be doing what the banks are doing. You need to be doing what the institutions are doing, the hedge funds, the governments. They are all buying Bitcoin at the moment like crazy. And just a few days ago, I don't know if you remember, but Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, came out with a tweet saying, you know, I will invest in Bitcoin. Then he came back on his words and said, we can't use Bitcoin because it's not energy efficient. And as a result of his tones of, you know, he's got 55 million followers on Twitter, and the retail traders, again, the 76% of traders that don't make money in this space follow what he says. And as a result of that, they came out of the market, and that's what you saw here. This is the dump by retail traders, and also those traders that were leverage trading. And as a result of those liquidations, they would have lost money at this point. So that's the retail traders gone. So, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry, the normal populace, people around the country that don't know much about cryptocurrencies, would have come in here on the hype, and then they've left the market already. They have left the market, and at the moment, if you speak to Joe Public, he will tell you it's a con because he's already lost money. He may have come in at $65,000 and jumped out at $40,000 or $35,000, henceforth losing money, or he may have leverage traded, put a long position in, because at this moment, a lot of people, retail traders, again, those that have lost money, would have been thinking that the market is going to continue to go up based on what Elon Musk said earlier. But in fact, what happened was that it came down, so they would have lost their leverage trades. And in fact, I think millions were lost in that short space of time. And where there's a loser, there's a winner. So those retail traders that would have lost at that point, what's happened is that governments, hedge funds, institutions, large companies, Elon Musk himself, a lot of these guys have come into the market and scooped up the winnings. So all the low prices that we saw recently, a lot of those have been scooped up by these large institutions, and they're going to hold on to that until we hit $200,000 plus very, very soon. So even after Elon Musk said that he was no longer interested in Bitcoin because of energy consequences, recently, when was this? Just a few days ago, he clarifies that Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. Okay, so at this point, or somewhere around, I'm not sure what exact date was, we do have it somewhere, Elon Musk came out with this tweet, the price went up to the sky, and he said Bitcoin's not very energy efficient, I'm not interested in it. But even having said that, secretly or not secretly, he's come up with the information that we haven't bought any Bitcoin, so sold any Bitcoin. So if he hasn't sold any Bitcoin, what's he been doing? One of the richest men in the world, if he hasn't sold Bitcoin, what has he been doing? And the answer to that question is that he's been buying. Okay, so he's been buying Bitcoin. There's been market manipulation in play. This happens in every market. So what he's been doing is that he's been buying Bitcoin as the prices have come down. So even Robert Kiyosaki has been saying that Bitcoin is headed towards its worst month since 2011. So if you don't follow Robert Kiyosaki, please do look into it. He came up with the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I read a long time ago, and that was one of the first books that I read on entrepreneurship, and it's just taught me a lot. So he's come up with the information that Bitcoin is headed towards its worst month, but that worst month is more or less over. It could be over in the next few days, and then you will see Bitcoin's best month. So what's happening outside is all pre-planned. This is a plan of action. None of it is random. And again, at the moment, institutions and Bitcoin millionaires, Bitcoin billionaires are buying Bitcoin in their millions. Okay, there's a lot of Bitcoin accumulation going on, not just Bitcoin, cryptocurrency accumulation going on. And if you are not currently accumulating, you will lose out. What happens in the market is, if I go back to that graph again, if I just give you the example of retail traders, people that follow the market, or rather follow the news, this is what they do. At the moment, most retail traders, the 76% of traders that don't make money, have come out of the market. They have come out of the market, but the price is going to start coming up. It's going to start going up and going up very, very quickly. Was it Warren Buffett who said that it is wise for investors to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful? I'll say that again. Warren Buffett said that it is wise for investors to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So what he's saying is that you need to do the opposite to what everybody else is doing. Have you seen the film The Matrix? You need to be walking in the opposite direction to what everybody else is doing. Don't do what 76% of investors are doing. Do what the 24% are doing. Do what the institutions are doing. Do what the governments are doing. Do what the banks are doing, because they're all buying at the moment. So looking at this, the retail traders have come out and they will stay out. The price will go back up to $65,000 and they will not get in. The price will continue to go up 70, 80, 100,000, 150,000. It'll continue to go up and they will not buy into the market. They will wait, because this is the information that is pumped out. The information that is pumped out by the institutions is pumped out for a reason. And you've probably heard of the term that the bank always wins, or the institution always wins. And the information that's pumped out on the internet is that is why it's pumped out, is to make retail traders lose money and for the institutions to make money. So the price will hit its all-time high, and this is what's going to happen. At this point somewhere, the retail traders will come back into the market, because that is what they've been advised to do from the information that they are reading on the internet. So they will come back into the market at this point. The price will hit its peak, let's say, I don't know, $200,000. They will be in the market and they will see the price coming down again. So they will lose out again, because the price will go well below the price at which they bought at. So they will continue to watch, and then they will come out around here somewhere and they will lose money, because they've come out at a lower price than the price that they came in at. And then again, we see the same cycle. They will start effing and blinding and shouting and saying, it's a scam, it doesn't work. But having said that, the retail traders will lose money, but billionaires, institutes, the large hedge funds, governments all over the world will have made their billions. So I get so many questions from people saying, you know, crypto trading, it's a scam. You know, I don't understand why you do it. And the reason people think it's a scam is because that is what they've been taught to say. So if you've been to school, university, you work in corporate, in a job, so you're just on broke, you're in the system and you have been trained and taught to think of these things as scams. You have been trained and taught to come into these markets through the information that you see on the internet when it's too late. You've come in when the price is too high and you leave when the price is too low. So what's going to happen at this point is the price is going to hit the dip and then it's going to start moving up again. And again, as the price comes down, the retail traders will come out of the market losing money. At the same time, institutions will buy back into the market. So this again will be around $65,000. It'll hit a new dip and then we'll get the same thing that we're seeing here. The price will progressively move up again. It'll come down, move up again and reach a new time high, all-time high of maybe $500,000. And again, in a few years, potentially over $1 million for one Bitcoin. So please, if there's anything you take from this webinar today, do not behave like a retail trader. By all means, read the news if it's applicable to your trading, but do not believe what's in the press. Okay, you can follow the tweets from billionaires, but don't believe that they are doing this for you, okay? If there's a scam anywhere, it's the banks, it's the billionaires, it's the institutions and the governments. That's the scam. What you need to do is make sure you do your own research, independent research, and do what the successful are doing. Tesla or Elon Musk have more than likely filled up their pockets with more cryptocurrency during the trough in the market. And again, there are ebbs and flows in every marketplace. Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires, just in the last few days, there's been a huge shift in wealth from the poor, people that have pulled out of the market, and again, to people who are basically continuing to buy. I spoke to someone recently and I mentioned this concept at that stage as well. And I gave an example and he said to me, but I am not poor. So this I'm not gonna give anyone's name. He said to me, but I'm not poor. In my opinion, you are poor if you are not financially free. Front class, the middle class, 95% of the world population of 7.8 billion people, which comes to 7.4 billion, are effectively broke. If you have to get out to do a job every single day, I am sorry, but you are broke, because if you stopped working tomorrow, it would not take you very long to not be able to afford to eat or live in your current accommodation. Henceforth, you are poor. And obviously, if you're working in a job, you would actually fit within that percentage. Now, when Bitcoin becomes common news, when cryptocurrency becomes common news, you will find that retail traders, again, the people that lose money, will start to come back into the market. So recently I did a search on Bitcoin, and guess what I found? Very much like cannabis farms, they found a Bitcoin farm, an illegal farm somewhere, I think in the Midlands, I think it was, where they were mining Bitcoin and actually stealing electricity to mine Bitcoin. So when things become commonplace like this, again, a lot of this news is put out there for a reason, because people are reading this. Okay, the general public will read this and say, what's Bitcoin? Let me look into it. And they'll buy into a market, and they will buy into this market when it's too late. So again, the fact that everyone's talking about it, if you go into Poundland and they're selling Bitcoin chocolates, you go into an Uber and the Uber driver is talking about Bitcoin, then trust me, it's probably too late, or very, very soon it will be too late. Because again, this growth that I showed you earlier, the media attention, this is media attention. Okay, this is media attention. That's going to turn into enthusiasm and greed. And this is when the general public will start buying into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Institutional investors and the smart money have already bought their cryptocurrency. Again, it's not too late. Next few days, you will see the prices start shooting up. It is not too late. We are currently in a bear trap. We are here, and this is where institutional investors are still buying into cryptocurrencies. So please just bear that in mind. It's not too late. You can still trade. If you're not part of the academy, I can see many people on the call here are not part of the academy. If you're not part of the academy yet, the mentorship program, please reach out to me via my social channels that I'll show you at the end of this video, and we can show you how to trade cryptocurrencies for profit. Now, again, staying on the news for a few minutes, PayPal has also recently said that users can now send Bitcoins and other cryptos out of PayPal. So you can withdraw from PayPal using cryptocurrencies Bitcoin. PayPal is a large company, formerly obviously owned by Elon Musk. So previously, in previous years, they've been very, very anti-cryptocurrency, but oh look, they are now talking about cryptocurrency. So again, if you scour the market, there's a lot of talk around PayPal and the fact that they are now accepting transfers to third-party crypto wallets. And again, if I go back to my earlier graph, this is the media attention we are seeing. And again, this is a fair indication that the price of crypto is about to go up again, and Bitcoin is about to go to the moon. So again, I'm just turning my other computer off. So Bitcoin is headed to the moon very, very soon. And again, please start looking at it seriously, because many people that we teach on a daily basis, many of our students have now got 6-figure, 7-figure portfolios. And that is what we do as your mentor. We help you get your 6- and 7-figure portfolios so that you are now effectively financially free. A few of the coins that I've been recently looking at. So I get these questions all the time, what other coins should I invest in? But just bear in mind, when it comes to Bitcoin, although the price of Bitcoin is $36,000, you don't have to buy one whole Bitcoin. You can buy a Satoshi, which is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. You don't have to buy the whole thing, but there are so many other altcoins you can trade in. Obviously, Bitcoin is $40,000 at the moment, and it could be going to ×5 in the next few months, so up to $200,000 plus. That's a ×5 multiple. If you want higher multiples, there are many other coins out there where you could start buying into and trading with. So again, we're moving towards a decentralized economy at the moment. Even so many companies around the world have become decentralized through remote working patterns. And basically, many people that are still working in a job, assuming you have a job, and now working from home. So, a little bit like a decentralized network. So again, this was all pre-planned. So what's happening has been pre-planned. And again, with blockchain obviously being decentralized, we see the same pattern here as well. So Dogecoin is not really a coin that I've looked at myself in the past in that much detail. But again, I know many people that have invested in Dogecoin. And even if I was to look at Dogecoin just in the last few months, let's just have a look. Had you invested in Dogecoin in March, okay, in March of this year, and held on to it through to its peak on the 8th of May 2021, you would have seen a 1,200% increase in your asset value. 1,200% in the space of just 2 or 3 months. How many capital classes, how many assets do you know that have increased by 1,200% in the last 2 or 3 months? There's not many out there. So definitely you should look at other altcoins as well. Dogecoin, in my opinion, could be pumped further because Elon Musk likes to tweet. And at the moment, Dogecoin is his flavor of the month. And every time he tweets, something happens to the cryptocurrencies. So again, if you look at the all-time high of Dogecoin, which was about 0.7 of a dollar, and then it came down to 0.2. So that was a 70% reduction in price. At the moment, where we are at the moment, it's still over half price off its all-time high. So if you were to buy into Dogecoin, and in the next few days, Elon Musk says, I believe in Dogecoin, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I definitely think you should buy it. It's the future of money. The price of Dogecoin will shoot back up again, potentially well over $1. So it could go up by ×3, ×4, ×5. So again, if you're not currently, if you don't know about Dogecoin, please look at it, because definitely the price of Dogecoin could go up. I mean, it is a bit of a hype coin, so you have to be a little bit careful. I wouldn't put all my money into it, but definitely you could take a punt, put some money into Dogecoin. I mean, we do see a small increase in price here, so it may have reached its bottom and it could well be heading up now. So a coin that you could potentially look at is Dogecoin. And again, Elon Musk is now talking about Dogecoin, and also he's not the only one. There's also Mark Cuban, who's another billionaire. So people tend to follow these billionaires. They believe these billionaires. And again, Mark Cuban has also been pushing up Dogecoin. So effectively the price of Dogecoin could go up. So I'm up to 40 minutes now. I'm going to finish this call very, very quickly. If you've gotten some value from this call, please drop me a chat message, and also please do subscribe and like this video on YouTube. I am live on YouTube as well at the moment. Ethereum is another coin I look at in detail. And again, Ethereum is one of my favorite coins. And again, look at Ethereum. The price of Ethereum went up to $4,000, and then it came down to $1,700. That's a 60% dip in the price of Ethereum. Currently, we can still buy Ethereum at 40% off its all-time high, which was just a few days ago. So at the moment, Ethereum is 40% off. You can still buy into Ethereum if you have not yet bought Ethereum. And again, one Ethereum at the moment is $2,500. So it's a steal, definitely a good price to buy Ethereum at. But don't forget that if I go back to 2017 again, you can see that Ethereum has come a long way since then. I think it's just opening up another graph, but 1 second. So if you go back to earlier years, Ethereum has actually come a long way, and definitely I feel you should buy or look at Ethereum as part of your portfolio. And again, I think in 2017, the price of Ethereum was around $1,000. And since then, definitely the price has moved quite a bit. So I'm just going to pan back a little bit. Okay, the computer is running a bit slow at the moment, but definitely the price of Ethereum has come up since then. And again, it's over 50% off its all-time high. And again, Ethereum, we are expecting Ethereum in the next few months to potentially hit $10,000. So it's $2,500 again at the moment. So ×4 potentially. So if you were to buy, let's say, one ETH today, one Ethereum today at $2,500, in a few months' time, you could be looking at a profit of $7.5 grand. And all you've done is traded twice. You've bought and sold at the high price. So Ethereum is a good coin to look at. Another coin I look at religiously is Cardano. Again, a very, very good coin to look at. Cardano, from its all-time high recently to its current price. Again, Cardano is available at a 30% discount. It did recently come up again. In fact, Cardano at its low point was at a 60% or so discount. And currently you can still get Cardano at a 30% discount. So it's still potentially a good time to get invested in Cardano as well. Another coin I've been looking at recently is ICP. Again, ICP is a great coin to have, internet computer. And interestingly, if you look at internet computer, the price at the moment is around $100. So look at that, $100, but it's come down from $600. So we've seen a downward trend in ICP. Even if it only goes back up to $600, you are looking at a ×6 increase in your portfolio value, ×6. So let's just say, give you an example, if you were to pump maybe $1,000 into ICP and the price was to go back up to $600, you'd be looking at a profit of at least around $5,000. And again, all you've done is trade twice. So a lot of this knowledge comes from the academy. We teach this information every single day. And of course, there are a lot of tools available online where you can research further a lot of these coins. And as I say on many of my presentations, if you do have a portfolio, and many of you should now have a portfolio, please use a tool such as Blockfolio, and this enables you to see what coins you have, and also enables you to look at your portfolio at any given point in time, and then you can decide whether to buy or sell going forward. Anyway, this is the end of this webinar. It's been 43 minutes. I hope you've learned something today. If you want to reach out to me, my social media pages are on here on the screen. Please do reach out to me. If you need any further information around cryptocurrencies, you can reach out to me via any of the above contacts. If you're not a member of the Academy at the moment, again, please reach out to me. We have thousands of people who trade with us every single day, not just cryptocurrencies, but also foreign exchange, indices, commodities, and we are training people, teaching people to trade for success and for profit. So again, if you're looking for a 6-figure or 7-figure portfolio by the end of this year, you need to start looking at this today, not next week, not next month. Today's the right time to look at this at a time when institutions are buying into cryptocurrency in their millions, if not billions. This is the time that you should be doing this. I'm seeing the same trends that I saw in 2017 and prior to that as I'm seeing today, and a lot of money was pumped into the market at that point in time via institutes. And again, this is what you should be doing. Today's the time to be trading. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time, and please do subscribe, like, and share this video on YouTube, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you.